Hello everyone, welcome back to Taehyung fans. Today we're diving into a moment that looked simple at first glance, but left fans quietly stunned the more they replayed it. A single gesture, one sentence, and a familiar place that instantly awakened memories only Taehyung fans would recognize. No names were mentioned, no comparisons were made, yet something about this scene felt strangely powerful, almost intentional, as if a space shaped by Taehyung's influence was being claimed again. Stay with us, because once you see how this moment connects, you may realize why fans couldn't stop talking about it. It was just a casual moment on a quiet street, nothing dramatic at first glance. A few steps, a simple gesture, a hand raised toward the sky. But for fans who have been watching closely, that moment carried a weight that couldn't be ignored. She stopped walking, looked up, and pointed. Not randomly. Not vaguely. But with intention. Right there, above the street, stood a billboard that fans instantly recognized. No logo needed. No explanation required. The place itself already told a story, one deeply familiar to Taehyung fans. And then came the words. "Oh yeah. I'll be up there soon too." Just one sentence, said lightly, almost playfully. Yet the impact landed hard. Because manifesting isn't just about saying things out loud, it's about believing you belong in that space before the world gives it to you. Fans froze. Because that wasn't just any billboard. That location had history. That billboard had meaning. And for Taehyung fans, it symbolized something much bigger than advertising. This was the same spot fans remember from Taehyung's own journey, when his presence quietly turned a simple city street into a landmark. A place people recognized not by address, but by association. So when someone else stood there, pointing at it, and casually talked about appearing on it next, fans couldn't help but connect the dots. Was it coincidence? Or was it manifestation? The way she looked at it wasn't distant. It wasn't dreamy. It was confident, like someone who had already pictured herself there. And that confidence felt familiar, almost echoing the mindset Taehyung himself has shown over the years. Never loud. Never forced. Just quietly certain. That's what made this moment unsettling in the best way. Because Taehyung's influence doesn't always show up in headlines. Sometimes, it appears in moments like this, when someone unconsciously mirrors the same belief, the same path, the same calm certainty of, "I will be there." Fans noticed how natural it felt. Not imitation, reflection. And suddenly, the billboard wasn't just a background object anymore. It became a symbol again. Of how Taehyung's presence lingers, how his milestones redefine spaces, how even without saying his name, his impact is still felt. That's why this moment hit differently. No announcement. No comparison spoken out loud. Yet fans everywhere reacted the same way. This reminds me of Taehyung. Because when someone stands before a place shaped by his influence and says, "I'll be there soon too," it feels like more than ambition. It feels like stepping into a legacy already written. And maybe that's what shocked fans the most. Not that she wants to be like Taehyung. But that the mindset, the manifestation, the quiet confidence. It was already there. And the more fans replayed that moment, the clearer it became. This wasn't planned fan service. There was no dramatic pause meant for the camera. No exaggerated reaction. That's exactly why it felt real. Because true manifestation doesn't announce itself loudly. It slips out naturally, almost unconsciously, when someone truly believes their future is already waiting. And that belief felt familiar. Taehyung has always carried that same energy. Not rushing. Not proving. just moving forward as if the destination was already confirmed. Over the years, fans have watched him quietly turn someday into reality, without spectacle, without forcing attention. So when this idol stood there, beneath that exact billboard, and spoke about being there next, it triggered something deeper. Fans didn't see ambition alone. They saw alignment. The place. The timing. The tone. Everything matched the language of manifestation Taehyung is known for, where dreams aren't shouted, they're assumed. And that's why this moment spread so quickly among fans. Not because it was shocking on the surface, but because it felt symbolic. Like history gently repeating itself through a different voice. Some fans called it coincidence. Others called it inspiration. But many agreed on one thing. That billboard has become more than a display. It's a checkpoint. A silent marker of arrival. Standing beneath it and saying, "I'll be there too," isn't just about visibility, it's about claiming a space shaped by someone else's impact. And doing it with confidence, without hesitation, without irony. That takes belief. Whether intentional or not, this moment highlighted how Taehyung's presence has reshaped the meaning of success spaces. Certain locations now carry memory, energy, expectation. And anyone who steps into those spaces, knowingly or unknowingly, steps into that shadow of influence. That's what made fans pause. Because influence isn't about being copied. It's about being echoed. And in that quiet street, under that familiar billboard, fans didn't hear Taehyung's name. But they felt it. And maybe that's the quiet power of moments like this. They don't ask for attention. They don't demand interpretation. They simply exist, and let people feel what they feel. Because Taehyung's influence has never been about telling others who to be. It's about showing, through presence alone, that certain paths are possible. That belief can be worn lightly, spoken casually, yet still carry undeniable weight. That's why fans didn't rush to judge this moment. Instead, they watched. They listened. They reflected. Was this admiration? Inspiration? Or just the natural result of a world shaped by someone who changed the meaning of arrival? Maybe it doesn't need an answer. And that's why moments like this stay with us long after they pass, not because of what was said, but because of what was felt. Taehyung's influence continues to appear in the quietest ways, shaping spaces, mindsets, and memories without ever needing to be named. If this story made you pause, reflect, or see Taehyung's impact from a new perspective, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Taehyung Fans, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next exclusive story. We'll see you in the next one.